week for Wrestling Challenge, as always.
287 pounds.
And what we're about to see, Brain, one of the reasons why.
Now, this man weighs 287 pounds.
He certainly does.
And he's going to look like a midget.
And his opponent.
Look at this.
Accompanied to the ring by
Mr. Fuji's latest find.
Weighing in at
500 pounds plus.
From the Polynesian islands.
Plus, I don't know how much, depending on when he ate last, I guess. Ooh.
Mr. Fuji told me the man is not only a tremendous sumo athlete, but Fuji's teaching him the American style of wrestling. Now, how more dangerous can you be?
And also the martial arts.
Oh, and Fuji driving the bus? I mean, hey.
Huh.
Ceremonial salt is in that little bucket.
Ominous wooden bucket. I'll bet you he broke a lot of furniture over there, Brain, in Japan.
Catchy tune, huh?
Yeah. Well, you want to talk about catchy things? The Survivor Series hotline opens up tomorrow, Brain. That's where you call and get all the predictions and updates from the superstars here in the WWF about Survivor Series. And listen to this new twist, Brain. This year, you get to leave your name and your home phone number. And during Survivor Series, on Thanksgiving Eve, calls will be placed from the Richfield Coliseum direct to some lucky callers.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. I call in, I give them my name and phone number, and I could have, let's say, Nails call me at home.
Or the Undertaker.
Or how about Kamala calling you at home? Well, I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that right away, and I'll tell you why. I can't wait for the Ultimate Warrior or Savage to call me so I can hang up on him.
Oh, look at that.
And that man's 287 pounds. He looks like a child. This man's well over 500 pounds.
Did you see the thighs on Yokozuna? They have to be 50 inches, Brain.
I'll tell you, Suzanne Summers and her thigh master wouldn't put a dent in him.
I guess not. Understand he's pretty handy with the chopsticks, too.
Look at that. He knows American wrestling. Is this man dangerous? Wow.
He could terminate someone's career at the drop of a hat. Reverse press and kick finds the mark by the big guy.
I understand he's a national hero over in Japan.
He certainly is.
He's also a skyscraper there, too.
He is not. Good job, Mr. Fuji said.
You speak Japanese?
I speak some Japanese, yes.
Oh.
I think I'm...
Look at this, look at this.
Look out!
Oh. That ham and egger has no idea where he's at.
Uh-oh, here it comes. The sumo ceremonial gestures here.
The beginning of the end. He's going to drop right on him. Watch.
Sizing him up.
Wait a minute, he's going up on top.
Climbing the turnbuckles from the inside.
Goes to the second rope.
Perched up there on the second one.
You got one more. Take it.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And Jemima, get the spatula ready.
Get a bladder.
Yokozuna.
Domo arigato.
Yokozuna making quick work.
Oki. You know what Oki means?
Yeah, big.
See, I'm helping you along here with you, Japanese.
Mr. Fuji certainly found himself a meal ticket here, Brain.
Boy. That's a big fortune cookie, pal.
Let's go back and take a look at this hunk of humanity.
Look at this. Suplex. And he drives his weight down on top of you. Kick the man right in the heart. And look at this. Oh. Talk about the rising sun.
Keep your eye on this guy.
Oh, I got nothing to be upset about, huh, McMahon? Everything's just rosy as far as I'm concerned, yeah.
228 pounds.
Perfect's gonna pay for this. He's not gonna get away with this.
Not going to get away with what? He has every right to do what he wants to do.
He has no right.
Wait a minute, we're talking an opportunity here for big money.
Big money? What do you think I've been paying him with? Food stamps? I've invested his money. Who do you think told him how to wear his hair, how to wear his clothes, how to dress? That's all mine doing. He learned everything from me. Now he kicks me in the face and Flair, and I got nothing to be upset about?
Chill out, my goodness.
Chill out, my goodness.
Take a look at Yokozuna. 500 pounds.
And this to you, McMahon. You'd be having a cardiac arrest.
Would you just please take it easy? I mean, come on. Mr. Perfect. As far as I'm concerned, unquestionably one of the all-time great competitors, not necessarily a friend of mine, but nonetheless, he has the opportunity to really do something. And you know what, Bobby Heenan? I think you and Flair and Ramon, the whole lot of you, kept Mr. Perfect on the shelf as long as you could. You did not want him to compete in the same ring because you knew that sooner or later they would be a collision course and you were starving that man's career.
No, it's not like that. We put together a perfect semblance of what was going to work for us here in the WWF. Him wrestling Flair, of course I never wanted to see that. Not because I fear or that Flair couldn't take the man. Not anything like that. Or Ramon, it's just that it wasn't structured like that. It's business. It's business.
Right now, Yokozuna is taking care of business. Yokozuna on his way this Wednesday to the Survivor. And at the pay-per-view extravaganza, Yokozuna has signed an open contract. He'll face anybody. Mr. Fuji with reasons to smile these days.
I mean, though, can you imagine? Savage and Perfect on one team against Flair and Ramon. I can't.
Would you please? Bobby Heenan, you gotta let it go. Let's face it. You're in trouble. And so is the opponent of Yokozuna. We spoke to Mr. Fuji earlier.
This is Yokozuna, the greatest grand champion from the rising sun. 6'5", 505 pounds of pure meat.
Yeah, I'll have to agree with Mr. Fuji. There you go, Zena. Look out now. We've seen this before. Here comes the head of steam. Yeah. Ooh, chop down to the canvas.
You know what's dangerous about him? Mr. Fuji is teaching him the American way of wrestling here in the WWF. Not only does this man know sumo, martial arts, but now this. He's going to hurt somebody bad. I hope it's perfect.
Mr. Fuji, give me this. Oh, no, look at that. This is so impressive. This is awesome. Can you imagine poor Tom Tucker looking up and coming down at you? Yokozuna.
Here is your winner, Yokozuna.
Yokozuna, managed by Mr. Fuji. Yoko, headed to the Survivor Series. Just whom will he face at the Survivor Series? Doesn't matter to him. He has an open contract. But we certainly know who Ric Flair and Razor Ramon are going to face. It could be the perfect tag team combination.
Oh, now it's the perfect tag team combination. It's not bad enough that Perfect is teamed with Savage. Now you're singing the praises of the perfect tag team.
Well, I don't know. Maybe it won't be. And again, maybe it will be. Because if any one individual knows Ric Flair, Bobby the Brain Heenan, if anyone knows Razor Ramon better than anyone else in the world, you know who that is.
Mr. Perfect.
Exactly.
And we know him, too.
Let's take you to the event center.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Wrestling Challenge. Gorilla Monsoon, along with Bobby the Brain Heenan, as we await the arrival of the Japanese superstar, Yokozuna. Take a look at the two lovely geishas, Brain.
Look at Yokozuna.
Here is Yoko.
What a find by the devious one, Mr. Fuji. A real meal ticket, Brain.
Oh, he's got a winner there. Do you realize Yokozuna weighs more than Fuji and the two geisha girls and the referee put together?
Wouldn't surprise me. 500 pounds plus.
Oh, he's bigger this week than he was last week.
Not only that, the guy has tremendous speed and agility, Brain. That's what makes him dangerous.
And Fuji's taught him the WWF style of wrestling. He knows the catch as catch can. He knows karate. He knows all the martial arts and sumo. The guy's unbeatable as far as I'm concerned.
A look of distress, I might say, on the face of those lovely geishas.
Well, they show respect. They're not allowed to have eye contact with Yokozuna.
Well, she was looking. She was taking a big peek ski at the big guy.
No, she kind of gave me the eye.
Oh, please.
Hard to tell when they wink, though.
The ceremonial flower presentation showing respect. And this guy definitely deserves respect.
You don't give me respect, you'll take it.
And get this, Brain, later on in the hour, we're going to find out what the main event is for the big one in Sacramento.
Royal Rumble.
Yes.
I think I know.
Well,
I
Mr.
can't.
Journalist.
Well, I can't divulge it right now. Mum's the word.
Sorry I asked. The ceremonial salt ceremony, driving away the evil spirits from ringside. I don't think too many spirits are going to be lurking around with this guy.
Look at the twins.
Yoko looks like a couple of twins. Twin Peaks.
This man is massive. Wow.
The traditional sumo ceremony showing you that he has no concealed weapons of any... He doesn't need it. He is a concealed weapon. Oh, look at this. Chris Allen is in for real education here.
I bet there's a sign on him that says by the Surgeon General's office, this man could be dangerous to your health.
Look at this.
Wow.
Belly to belly, gut right suplex. Executed to perfection by the big guy.
And Fuji has him ready, and he is making him meaner and meaner every day.
Whoa!
He is all business.
Talk about somebody that's all business, Brain. Later on in the program, we're going to be hearing from the reigning WWF Champion, Bret the Hitman Hart. Not a friend of yours.
Well, it's nothing personal. It's just business.
It is personal.
Okay, you're right. I hate him.
Methodically going to work here. Whoa. Reverse knife edge finds the mark. Oh.
Here, Fuji, Banzai.
That means Banzai Splash is coming up. Oh, there it is. Sayonara, Chris.
He's going up. First floor.
Oh, look out.
Second floor.
And Jemima time.
Like a pancake.
Could have counted to 500.
Strictly business.
Yokozuna.
Never even broke a sweat.
He is dangerous.
He's going to cripple somebody. He's going to terminate the careers of a lot of people here in the WWF. And that's just what Mr. Fuji wants.
Oh, yes. So. Oki. You want Oki beef?
Yeah, very large.
Big.
Very large indeed. Appetite and all. Oh, look at this now. Mr. Fuji going to lay the purse money, the sponsors, cash to the big guy.
Hey, I can use that.
Special report with big news coming up.
Where's my envelope?
We're back with our special holiday rendition of WWF action. Unfortunately, the word we get back from the dressing room area is that the big boss man may have injured his wrist, may have sprained his wrist as a result of that trip by that goofy clown.
Being led across the ring by Mr. Fuji.
Who really cares if the boss man hurt his wrist or his knees?
Well, my point is, I just think that sometimes, pranks can get out of line. And I think last week, certainly the water being thrown in Marty Jannetty's face, I think was out of line. I think there's no question that when you can injure a man, you can destroy his career with something stupid like we just saw with the boss man.
You need to quit thinking, Vince, because that's the greatest kind of humor, when you find humor in the misfortunes of others. Isn't that great?
You never push anybody down an escalator? Come on, that's fun. When they got packages?
Hey, come on, give me a break. What kind of holiday spirit do you guys have?
Oh, that's great. Like you said, out Christmas shopping.
What's
See
great?
A nice old lady carrying a bunch of
What's great is you can press that stop button, and they all go at once. Like dominoes.
Yokozuna being presented with some sort of ritual flower presentation by... Stop it, Bobby Heenan.
One for each of us, King.
I like them.
Maybe she's got a sister.
See, this goes along with royal tradition. He comes from a country that is ruled by royalty. And
Rich in tradition, no doubt of that.
very, very rich in tradition. This is a wonderful display of tradition here. And all of the people should be standing.
You know something, King? The more and more that you're on television here, the more people are going to start maybe wearing royal colors, maybe dressing like they do to meet the Queen and stuff. You're going to change the whole atmosphere here.
I should certainly hope so.
Well, certainly Yokozuna has changed the entire atmosphere in the WWF. What an unbelievable impact, no pun intended, he has had in the World Wrestling Federation. Thus far undefeated, listed at 505 pounds. Mr. Fuji teaching him not only the sumo style, which he knows very well, but take a look at that tree trunk, would you?
Woo.
But in addition, this man is awesome. To that, Fuji has been teaching him all of the martial arts. We got to charge in! Yokozuna! Oh, whoa!
Oh, God.
Imagine Yokozuna if he were signed for the Royal Rumble. Who could possibly get 500 and... Oh, no! Who could get 505 pounds of Yokozuna over the top rope?
Maybe the other 29 participants.
Maybe you'd have to call AAA or get a chain hoist.
Perhaps. Oh, my goodness. Myers having big problems with Yokozuna.
Boy, Mr. Fuji certainly has reason to be proud of this product of the rising sun.
Myers back. Oh, look at this.
Look at that.
That's some of that sumo wrestling right there. A couple of moves.
Indeed. Uh-oh.
Look at this.
Wait a minute.
The rising sun.
And
The sun has just set, I think.
Oh, over Myers. Yoko resembling one of those extraordinarily fast Japanese trains coming right at you.
The bullet.
And take a look at this now.
Shades of Hiroshima.
A count of three, forget about it. And that is the look of arrogance on the grand champion, Yokozuna.
Can you imagine him going on a sit-down strike?
And I can assure you the Emperor is very proud right now.
You know the Emperor.
Personally.
Mr. Fuji, not exactly celebrating the holiday season, but nonetheless, Yokozuna victorious. What an awesome creature this human being is, yes.
She's going to blow you a kiss, King.
I don't want one from her.
505 pounds of Yokozuna, perhaps destined to compete in the Royal Rumble. Accepting I guess his payoff there from his sponsors. And let's go back and take a look at what we saw earlier.
Look at this. Listen to this.
Wow! Yokozuna! And I think a lot of people are going to be bowing in defeat to Yoko. We're back with more WWF action. Bobby the Brain Heenan always has something up his sleeve. I can't imagine what this guy, Narcissus, looks like.
Well, I can guarantee you he'll give Mr. Perfect a run for his money if it's anything like the description Bobby gave of him.
That remains to be seen.
I mean, Bobby Heenan's never lied before. You know, maybe there's nobody behind the curtain.
Whoa, take a look at this.
Weighing in at 505 pounds.
Oh, my.
Hailing from the Polynesian islands. Here is Yokozuna.
Now, this guy can actually see. He is not behind the curtain. He's got the reputation for nobody ever knocking him off his feet.
And I must say, well-deserved reputation. No one has ever knocked this big man off his feet, much less defeated here in the WWF. And there we see, I guess, a bit of his entourage.
You gotta like this guy with this size and the expert guidance from Mr. Fuji. He's going all the way to the top.
Word is on the street that the Earthquake just entered the Royal Rumble. Oh, would that be something, those guys going against each other?
Well, it's every man for himself. I'm sure Earthquake in the Rumble, Yokozuna in the Rumble. We might be able to see a very interesting matchup there, but it's every man for himself. It's tag team partner against tag team partner. It's friend against friend, much less friend against foe. It's every man for himself. The winner of the Royal Rumble in 3 weeks, guaranteed to face the WWF Champion, whomever he may be, at WrestleMania.
King, have you changed your mind about entering the Rumble yet?
Oh, no. I'm in. And what I am excited about is the fact that I don't have any friends around here. So I don't have to worry about hurting anybody's feelings, just hurting some people.
You got a good point about that, not having any friends.
Yokozuna ready to lock up with his opposition here. George Anderson. Look at the girth of this man. He's huge. And what's just as remarkable is his extraordinary athleticism. He can move about that ring. Mr. Fuji really has a find here in Yokozuna.
I like
unbelievable balance.
I love it when he drops that big 550 pounds on him. You know, his last 3 opponents, they slid him under the dressing room door after the match.
I wouldn't be surprised. 505. He's huge. Yeah.
Notice a different haircut of Mr. Fuji there.
And look at this, right into the suplex.
Unbelievable. Got to give the guy credit. He ran right at him.
That's the only way Yokozuna knows is straight ahead. Yokozuna off the rope and drops. Forget about it.
That just hurt me, and I'm way up here.
That's a mean-looking man, I'll tell you that. And he means business. Undefeated here in the WWF.
Never even knocked off his feet so far. Is that what I've heard?
That's exactly right. Headed to the Royal Rumble. Huge chop there by Yokozuna.
Well, Macho Man, looks like I got my work cut out for me. Getting this big guy off his feet. What would you think if you saw the King pick him up and slam him?
I think I was dreaming.
No, I'd be impressed, that's for sure. I'd be very impressed for anyone to slam this man, for anyone to knock him off his feet.
There's hardly any room for anybody else in the ring right now with Yokozuna in there.
I just can't imagine what's going to happen. 30 participants in the Royal Rumble. We'll start with 2, and every 2 minutes thereafter, we'll add more and more until we go through all 30, including a man standing by right now, the Earthquake.
Yokozuna, you're coming into the Royal Rumble as the biggest man. For years, the Quake has been the biggest man in the Royal Rumble. And from one big man to another, the Quake will be sure that you don't win.
Look at this, Bonzo!
The ring just moved 6.5 feet.
Are they going to build a special reinforced ring for this Royal Rumble? They're going to need it.
Absolutely, no question of that. And here comes the part that you like, the King. Here it comes!
What's this? I know somebody that wishes he wasn't in the ring with Yokozuna right now. That guy.
No.
I think we need to get this guy a real chair.
Slide him under the dressing room door.
Yokozuna from the land of the rising sun. Once again victorious. Still no one has knocked this man off his feet.
I think that Master Fuji is really proud of himself at this point. The Royal Rumble looks like it's going Yokozuna's way, but there's a lot of other people involved.
That's right. As long as the King's involved, you never know what's going to happen. This guy could go down. Mr. Fuji presenting the cash from the sponsors, the payoff, but it really could pay off for Yokozuna at the Rumble. Neck completely right now. You don't want to hurry and try to move him anywhere until that's completely immobilized.
Well, that's a very unfortunate incident. I mean, things like that, neck injuries can, well, they can occur in the ring. You just don't expect it to occur like we saw it.
That did not happen inside the ring. It happened outside the ring under extenuated circumstances.
And the bad thing about it is, those kind of things can easily end somebody's career.
Talk about ending someone's career, certainly not to make light of the incident with Crush, but Yokozuna is perhaps destined to end a few careers, or at least shorten some of them, I would suspect.
Tournament Royal Rumble, 29 opponent. Who can show my 505-pound grand champion over top rope? No one can. And Yokozuna is the grand champion.
You know, that's a very good point. The process of elimination is over the top rope. Who's going to hoist this 505-pounder out over the top rope, King?
Well, there's going to be 29 other wrestlers in there besides him. Now,
unbelievable.
of course, he could eliminate some pretty quickly like that. But I would say maybe 4, 5, 6 or 7 guys at once could get him over.
Well, I know one guy that had a real good chance, and that's Crush. Before that injury, unfortunately, happened to him.
I'm actually wondering whether or not he's going to be at the Royal Rumble next week. And hopefully we'll have an update on the condition of Crush.
All right,
closing out this matchup.
Get ready.
Oh, my. And it looks like this man headed to the Royal Rumble, all right, with momentum. And speaking of momentum, that would take us to Sky Sports presenting the Royal Rumble Tuesday night, January 26th at 6 p.m. Oh, my goodness.
I'd love to see him do that to Randy Savage in the Royal Rumble.
Well, it could very well happen to you, I'd like to add that, King.
No way. No way.
Fans all over the United Kingdom looking forward to the Royal Rumble. There's no telling what they're likely to see, but they definitely will see a winner in the Rumble, and that winner will go on to WrestleMania and face the WWF Champion, whomever he may be. And, King, you certainly have your hopes set high. So does Yokozuna.
Friday night, I wouldn't miss it.
Yokozuna! Take a look at this hunk of humanity.
Let me tell you something. The other night, Fuji and I and Yokozuna were in a restaurant in New York where they serve sushi. You like sushi, right? Yeah. But you know, sushi's expensive. Yokozuna ate over $700 worth of sushi. And Fuji was bragging to everybody in the restaurant that Yokozuna, since coming to the World Wrestling Federation, has never been taken off his feet. And he's going to win the Royal Rumble. What an evening we had.
Who picked up the tab, Brain?
Well, the funny thing happened. I had left my wallet
you had to leave
at
early,
the
right?
hotel in the safe.
Figures.
But I'll catch up with him down the road.
Yeah. A tremendous find here for the Devious One.
I mean, it's his man. I'm not going to feed him.
505 to 525.
Who knows?
Depending on when he last ate, I guess. Well, there's a lot of big guns involved in this particular Royal Rumble, Brain. Some guys with tremendous body strength, body stature. We've got one standing by right now. Let's hear what Typhoon has to say.
Yokozuna's not the only big man in the Royal Rumble. Everybody's talking about Sunday, the Royal Rumble. But Monday morning, everybody will be talking about the Typhoon and my shot for the World Championship belt.
Well, it'll be interesting indeed, Brain, to see who has the Monday Morning Blues in Sacramento.
You know, it could wind up Typhoon, Earthquake, and Yokozuna, the last 3. What a match that would be.
Interesting, huh?
I mean, there's 30 different ways this can go.
But I still can't wait to see that belt wrapped around the waist of Razor Ramon.
And the new innovation this year at the Royal Rumble makes it that much more interesting, Brian. The winner will get a chance at WrestleMania 9 at Caesars Palace in Las Vegas to face Bret Hart or whomever the champion may be at that time.
It's going to be Razor Ramon.
Oh, look out, here it comes.
Banzai. Whoa.
I think he could knock down Mount Fuji with that move right there.
I believe it. But he's bigger than Mount Fuji.
He can terminate anyone's career with this move right here. Banzai indeed.
Sit down, relax, enjoy yourself. Take a load off.
What an awesome individual.
Here is your winner, Yokozuna.
Yokozuna headed for Sacramento. We're headed for the event center.
The following contest is scheduled for one fall. Accompanied to the ring by Mr. Fuji, weighing in at 505 pounds. Here is Yokozuna.
Well, we talked about highlights this week, and here comes another one to the ring. Yokozuna on his way not only to the ring here, but unquestionably on his way to WrestleMania, to Caesars Palace.
The infamous Yokozuna. 3 weeks ago, he put a good buddy of mine, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, on the shelf. And don't you know that Hitman Bret Hart is watching him with 1,000,000% intensity because he puts his title on the line in Las Vegas.
You know, there's somebody else that's going to be watching him. All royalty stays in constant communication. The king speaks on a regular basis with the Emperor of Japan. Did you all know that? Do you realize that?
We had no idea.
Just the other day we were conversing, and he told me that he is going to be on hand in person at WrestleMania to see Yokozuna emerge victorious over Bret Hart. The entire nation of Japan is so proud of this champion.
Somehow I would adopt that very, very seriously.
I got it from the Emperor's mouth.
Personally, I don't think there's any affiliation. I don't think anybody could be proud of Yokozuna. I think he's acting on his own.
And there's no doubt that Yokozuna is, the Macho Man said, represents himself and Mr. Fuji. I don't know many individuals of Asian extraction that would want to be associated with Yokozuna.
You're trying to tell me you wouldn't want to hang out with that guy?
Well, I did in the Royal Rumble right at the end, and
Yeah.
I got tossed over the top rope. And Hacksaw Jim Duggan, he's on the shelf right now, and I'm just hoping that he gets better. I'm talking to Hacksaw right now.
And by the way, a little bit later on after this matchup, we're going to attempt to reach Hacksaw Jim Duggan's father, the chief himself, former chief of police in Glens Falls, New York. And, whoa, look at that.
This guy's awesome.
Yeah, I like it. What a way to start a match. Flat on your back. Look at that guy.
Reigning Brian West. You think about WrestleMania just around the corner, the aura of the magnificence of Caesars Palace. Ooh, no, look at that.
I built that before, and I thought I went through the ring.
And you were talking about what you felt last Monday night. You have to speculate whether or not the Hulkster himself will be, oh no, at WrestleMania.
Well, nobody does it better than the Hulkster, and I'm thinking that, if he goes to WrestleMania, everybody's going to be watching him big time, yeah.
Just conjecture on our part, however.
You know, in every kingdom, there's always a white knight that comes riding to the rescue. I guess that's what Hulk Hogan thinks he is. But usually you come to rescue a damsel in distress.
Look at that!
Oh, I love it.
This man is out on his feet, no longer on his feet. Yokozuna nailing Brian West. And oh no. Here he goes. Yokozuna undefeated 505-pound squashing Brian West. Will Yokozuna be the next World Wrestling Federation champion as he has his opportunity at WrestleMania?
Well, I love the Hitman. I think he's a fighting champion. But right now, I have to say, honestly, I think that he's the underdog going into a WWF title match. For the first time in the history of the WWF, the champion's the underdog.
Well, as much as I hate to admit it and agree with the Macho Man, He is the underdog, and I'll tell you this, somebody better bring a big spatula to WrestleMania because they're going to have to scrape the Hitman right off the mat when Yokozuna finishes him like this.
Big man dropping a big leg, Yokozuna. Oh! And I don't even want to talk about that right there, but that is what can happen at WrestleMania, but I hope personally it doesn't for the Hitman.
Yokozuna watching himself. And you can bet he wants to take the World Wrestling Federation title away from the Hitman. Standing by right now, let's take you to Hacksaw Jim Duggan's father, the Chief himself. We're back with more WWF action, and here comes the man many individuals feel will be, notwithstanding the excellence of execution, the next World Wrestling Federation champion.
Well, it's possible because he's got the title shot against him in Caesar's Mallet.
Well, now, Macho Man, you have first-hand experience in the Royal Rumble.
Right, but I would love to go against him one-on-one just to see what he was made of, see if he's ready for the Hitman. I know I'm ready for the Hitman. I'll tell you what, when it's in your blood, it's in your blood. You wouldn't know anything about that, Jim.
Oh, yeah, Macho Man, you're trying to convince me that you would like to be one-on-one against Yokozuna.
Yeah.
The only way you can lick him is if they put his picture on a postage stamp. Then you might can do it. That's the only way.
I would do it in the name of Hacksaw Jim Duggan, in the name of Macho Man Randy Savage.
That
Those
loser.
guys are good friends of mine.
Yeah, I'll say. Good friends of mine, too, Yokozuna. Getting ready to do battle with his opponent, Casey Cleric. Mr. Fuji looking forward to Yokozuna doing battle with the Hitman Bret Hart. Mr. Fuji has never managed a World Wrestling Federation champion. I don't have to tell anyone what Mr. Fuji would do, what he would give to be the manager of the World Wrestling Federation champion.
Well, he's got a good one this time. Yokozuna is making history and news all over the world. He's going against the Hitman, and the Hitman has been doing the thing against everybody more often than any World Wrestling Federation champion of all time. Yes, he is.
You know, you mentioned what would Mr. Fuji do? Hey, that's just a little extra advantage, as if Yokozuna needed extra added advantage. But to have Fuji in his corner, able to actually do something? I don't think Bret the Hitman Hart has a chance.
You can hear the chant, USA!
You know what that reminds me of right there? That reminds me of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And my heart pours out to Hacksaw Jim Duggan and the zillions of people all around the world. Hacksaw, you don't have anything to be ashamed of. It was a sneak attack by one person, and that's Yokozuna, that put you out of action. And we all want you to get back into the ring. Oh, big guy, yeah.
And I'll second the motion. I'm sure Hacksaw Jim Duggan is watching this broadcast and watching this matchup at this moment. For that matter, I'm sure the Hitman Bret Hart is doing the same.
Yeah, the letter has poured in asking for him to come back. And you notice I said letter. I checked. One person wrote in asking for Jim Duggan to come back. And that was probably from his wife wanting to get him out of the house. She's ashamed of him.
On the contrary, Deborah Duggan, very proud of her husband as well. She should be. Look at this charge by Yokozuna. All Americans proud of Hacksaw Jim Duggan. And I'm sure that there has been a tremendous outpouring of well wishes and wishes of Hacksaw Jim Duggan returning to action here in the World Wrestling Federation. Ooh, Hacksaw Jim Duggan, no doubt, looking on, as is the Hitman Bret Hart. Both individuals, no doubt, analyzing Yokozuna.
I can see this scenario evolving. Yokozuna beats Bret Hart at WrestleMania, becomes the World Wrestling Federation champion, and then demolishes for a second time Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and he finally hangs it up for good. Wouldn't that be great?
I don't know if it'd be great or not, but that scenario could definitely happen. I mean, Yokozuna is one of the most extraordinary athletes I have ever witnessed in the World Wrestling Federation. Yokozuna on a tear, on his way to WrestleMania. Look out, Banzai!
I like it.
Could be the Hitman Bret Hart down to the canvas. We could be making the call of Yokozuna at Caesar's Palace, going up to the rope. Bret Hart down to the canvas and down. Wow! That could very well happen. of the 505-pound Yokozuna.
Unbelievable matchup. End of story.
Let's go back to the replay and let's watch and listen. Unbelievable, Yokozuna. Wait a minute, let's go up here for the interview. Ray Rougeau.
Mr. Fuji, I must admit Yokozuna was very impressive tonight, but I state this will not happen to Bret Hart at WrestleMania.
A lot worse will happen to the Hitman. We are going to destroy Bret Hart. And after WrestleMania, they will no longer call him the Hitman, but they will call him the Squatch Man.
I like it. Or maybe the Flat Man.
With all due respect to your opponent tonight, this is not Bret Hart, the excellence of execution. Now at WrestleMania, you will be facing a man with tremendous wrestling skills and more determination than any other WWF champion. Now what we are talking about here is R-E-S-P-E-C-T. Respect, Mr. Fuji.
Respect! You want respect! You show respect! Hey, name!
Wait a minute, what's going on here?
Respect. We will show you.
Hey, teach him a little respect. What else? Oh, come on!
Listen. Hey, Mr. Fuji.
There's no call for this. There's no call for this at all. What's he trying to do? It's called respect. That's all.
Look at that leg there.
It's called vicious.
Yeah, it's called vicious.
What is he doing
The closer we get to WrestleMania, the more vicious Yokozuna gets. Look at the look in his eye.
Wait a minute.
Oh, no.
This isn't necessary.
Yokozuna going up
Get this man
again.
down. Okay. You've made your point. Now get this man off. Come on.
Yes, he is.
Yokozuna is a very honorable man. You must show respect. You ain't seen if we respect Yokozuna.
Come on, Mr. Fuji. Get him off. The man can't breathe anymore. He's starting to turn blue.
Get him out of there.
Get him off there.
We correct you this time.
Come on,
But
get him
on
off.
WrestleMania, we got something very, very special for Bret Hart. It'll be worse. You want respect? You want respect? Well, Yokozuna will have all the respect when becoming the WWF Champion in WrestleMania! You understand? You feel me?
Can you believe that? Yokozuna attempting to earn some respect. We'll be back with more action. The Smoking Guns hoping to come a-blazing here into the WWF. The tag team competition really heating up.
Yeah, if they bring those hot shooting irons into the ring, I guess it would be heating up. They're not going to be allowed to do that.
Hey, wait a minute, guys. Please, don't be. Have a little courtesy, will you?
All right, let me go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Entering the WWF in a blaze of glory.
Yep. I suspect so.
To the ring,
Is that all you got to say?
Yep.
Oh, boy. Well, how does it feel to do in a few short seconds what it takes a chicken hours to do?
A chicken?
Yeah, he just laid an egg, didn't he?
Oh, my goodness.
Look at this, would you?
Former WWF Champion, Yokozuna, the shortest reign of any title holder in history. However, he could very well become WWF Champion again come time for the King of the Ring. Look at that big paw up there.
Hey, look at those babes. Babes? Yeah.
Babes?
Maybe Bam Bam wants to come out and grab those two by the hair, too, like you grabbed Sherry.
I call them geisha babes.
Geesh. Oh, please, let's have a little respect. Something I must say that Bam Bam Bigelow apparently does not have for the fairer sex. Several weeks ago, we saw what he attempted to do. Actually, what he did do.
Wait a minute.
Sensational Sherry.
Hold it. You're not referring to Sensational Sherry as the fairer sex, are you?
She's a lady.
Oh, my gosh. She couldn't get a date on her tombstone. She's so ugly.
I'd like to see one of the rounds of the qualifying for King of the Ring. Lawler versus Sensational Sherry. Who would you pick?
I think Sensational Sherry has her hands full with Luna Vachon.
That's true. That's true.
Luna Vachon.
Speaking of hands full, look at this guy. I love it.
Yes, this is truly an unbelievable athlete. Uh-oh. Listen to this chant.
Yeah, listen to these idiots.
USA! Hacksaw Jim Duggan would like nothing better than to have an opportunity to go one-on-one with Yokozuna.
Tell that kid they got a new invention called Clear Seal. Hacksaw Jim Duggan doesn't want anything else to do with this man, I'm telling you.
Oh, Hacksaw's knocking on Yokozuna's door.
Yeah, and of course, Yokozuna is knocking on the Hulkster's door. Come the King of the Ring.
That's right.
And here's no telling what sort of plans Mr. Fuji, what sort of strategy Mr. Fuji has in store for Hulk Hogan.
Just look at that guy. Look at those tights.
500 pounds.
Somewhere there's a Toyota with no seat covers. Look at that.
Oh, my goodness. It's unbelievable to fathom the girth of this athlete.
You know what about Yokozuna? He can move, too.
He can really move. Yokozuna. Bit of a bow to his manager, Mr. Fuji. Bowing in respect, Yokozuna against Sean Dakota. Wow. And I suspect we wouldn't expect any more than what we are seeing right now. Yokozuna! Oh, my goodness, manhandling. Sean Dakota off the rope and... Oh!
Awesome!
Yeah. There you see the cover of the next edition of the WWF magazine, the Hulkster on the cover on the inside. The brains behind the brawn, the mouth to the south, Jimmy Hart. And Yokozuna is toying around with Sean Dakota. Something he will not be able to do with Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
No respect there. Look at that.
No, none.
Respect for Fuji, and that's all.
And again, Yokozuna having some fun in there. Dakota, one-handed whip to the buckle. Uh-oh, he better get out of there.
Time to get out of the ring.
Here comes Yokozuna! Down to the canvas. Sean Dakota is out of it.
He just became one of those crash test dummies, didn't he?
Yokozuna taking his time now, and this is really bad news. Everybody knows what happens now. Right down to the chest.
Unbelievable. No expression on Yokozuna's face. What is he thinking? What makes him tick?
I have no idea. Look at this.
Luna!
505 pounds. Former WWF champion.
And future WWF champion.
Perhaps a collision course coming up with Hacksaw Jim Duggan, and a definite date, if you would, on June 13 at the King of the Ring with the Hulkster.
Have you got a spatula on you?
A spatula?
Yeah, I'd like to scrape this guy up off the ring.
Might be right about that.
Coming up a little bit later on in action, ladies and gentlemen, we'll see Crush, the original Hawaiian Punch, also scheduled for action. El Matador against Razor Ramon, and there's a little payoff for Yokozuna. Thank you very much. Back to the replay now. Yokozuna. Oh, that's devastating. And then from there, very impressive athlete. Yes, it's a thing of horror. Yokozuna victorious. We're back. That sensational Sherry is nothing short of sensational. By the way, I must say, if Jerry Lawler is the king of the ring, then Luna Vachon must be the queen.
Well, I'd rather have her as a queen than that sensational Sherry. She is so ugly, but you know, she comes by naturally. Her whole family is ugly. They're so ugly in the family album, they only keep the negatives. And that's ugly.
Run line. Can't fight out of sight. Everything's getting uptight.
Yeah. Take a look.
Speaking of ugly,
at the front. Are you making reference to Yokozuna?
Yes, he is.
505 pounds. I don't... Uh-oh. What do we have here? Tony Ray. Check the makeup, I believe, on Tony Ray. And take a look at this. Yes, the Hulkster. In just 2 weeks' time, approximately, Hulk Hogan will defend the WWF Championship for the first time since he won the title from Yokozuna at WrestleMania.
Did you see that poster of the Hulk?
Yes, I did.
Well, Yokozuna, when he gets through with the Hulk, that's about how thick the Hulk's going to be. He's going to be as thin as that piece of paper because he's going to flatten him like a piece of paper.
And by the way, later on in this program, we will be hearing from the Hulkster. Thumbs down for Yokozuna. Now, take a look, Macho Man. When Yokozuna disrobes, you tell me if you don't think he has gained an extraordinary amount of weight. I don't believe he's simply 505 anymore.
It's like adding 5,000 gallons of water to the Atlantic Ocean, but I can see what you're saying right
I think he's bulking up for this matchup of the King of the Ring. He's bulking up for the Hulkster. Look at this.
Let me just say this. When he
He's
wears
gargantuan.
When he wears blue, people try to mail letters in him. He's big, all right, but he is ready for Hulk Hogan. He's got to have that girth. Look at that.
He's an extraordinary athlete. There's no question of that. Yokozuna against Ray, making his debut in the WWF. Oh, my.
Well, the end zone.
Let me ask you guys this. What do you think Hulk Hogan has been doing to prepare for this mammoth?
You know, that's very interesting because I really am interested in what he's got to say later on.
Oh, my, clothesline.
Would you guys like for me to tell you, enlighten you, peons, on what the Hulk has been doing?
No,
Actually, I can tell you. I believe as Yokozuna has continued to bulk up, I believe the Hulkster has continued to trim down. He knows he can't match girth with Yokozuna. He's going the other way. I think you're going to see a Hulk Hogan with more agility, more speed, more stamina than you have ever seen before at King of the Ring.
Good thinking, too. Yeah, you got to do what you got to do to win. Something funny?
You find this a bit humorous, do you?
I find humor in your commentary is what I find humor in. If you think Hulk Hogan, in your wildest dreams, after being off making movies and TV shows and having his mind occupied with Hollywood stars, instead of concentrating on this man, you think he's going to be able to beat him?
Banzai.
You got another thing coming.
Tony Ray in trouble. And you wonder whether or not that's going to be Hulk Hogan looking up. You wonder whether or not in the King of the Ring, will the Hulkster be incapacitated? Will he feel the mammoth girth of Yokozuna crashing into his chest?
We're turning things up about 1 million notches around here in the World Wrestling Federation.
I'll say. King, anything else to say? Good. We're almost out of time, folks. Let's take you the face to face.
All right.
Well, I'll tell you something. That is by far the biggest casket I have ever seen.
Well, it looks to me, Jim Ross, like there was room in there for a lot of folks. Not only Yokozuna, but perhaps Mr. Fuji, James E. Cornette, and anybody else that decides to get in the way of the Grim Reaper.
I think you could raise a small family of 3 or 4 in that double wide. You know, I talked to Jim Cornette, Yokozuna, and Mr. Fuji earlier in the week. And Cornette finally came clean. Indeed, Yokozuna is very apprehensive about this casket match.
In other words, he's scared.
He doesn't want any part of being locked into a giant box.
Stuffed in there. I don't blame him. Would you like that feeling, having the lid slammed shut and some big 10-inch nails driven in to hold it? No, no, thank you.
I'll pass. Yeah, I will pass on that one.
Kind of a permanent solution to a temporary problem.
I think we can certainly expect to see the WWF Champion at his most aggressive best. He had everything to on the line here.
Well, I don't know, Jim Ross, whether a lot of people realize it or not, but this is the only time in the history of the World Wrestling Federation that the title has been contested in this particular manner. Very unusual.
And I think back at all those casket matches that the Undertaker has won. He's beaten every WWF superstar that has ever faced him with this type of stipulation.
With no exceptions.
Absolutely no exception. Pinfalls do not count. Submissions do not count. You've got to incapacitate your opponent enough to be able to put him in that giant box.
Oh, look
at that. Nice duck under there. Whoa!
Corey Student trying to get some offense here, but don't look for much out of this Student. He won't be staying after school. Boy, the intensity in the face of the WWF Champion. Got to be around 600 pounds right now. So much on the mind of Mr. Fuji. Oh, look out.
Whoa. Well, a lot indeed on the minds of Fuji and James Z. They're not only thinking about that humongous casket, they're thinking about Lex in the Royal Rumble itself. But I think Fuji's got a little insurance for himself in Tenru and
the great Kabuki.
The great Kabuki. Very Kabuki-ish.
Tenru and Kabuki, both in the WWF Royal Rumble, no doubt, will be focusing on Lex Luger, but that man must think only about...
Wait a minute.
Yokozuna.
Where is he?
At the Royal Rumble this week. When I slam that casket lid shut.
Where is he? I don't see him anywhere.
Your lights will go out.
Oh, the lights did go out.
Oh, man. The champion doesn't like this. Look at Yokozuna. We may have a runaway here. Look at his face.
Oh, I'd like to check his blood pressure right about now.
This is Liliri. Yokozuna.
He's looking for the way out.
And the Undertaker. Just about 1 week away from the WWF Royal Rumble.
That's fear on that face.
He doesn't want to even think about being locked into that giant casket. Wow. I believe we will see a new WWF Champion crown in 1 week at the WWF Royal Rumble.
Ditto.
And you might take that advice, old King. Don't fall for cheap invitations.
Me? Oh, you've got a lot of room to talk. The way last year you fawned over Bret Hart after that King of the Ring tournament.
Oh, he won. He won. He became the King of the Ring.
He became a cheap imitation of me, the undisputed World Wrestling Federation King.
And now Bret Hart is the World Wrestling Federation Champion.
But he's still not the king. And this man that we're fixing to see right here, Yokozuna, as far as I'm concerned, he is royally recognized as the true champion.
I see. Yokozuna on his way to action here, ladies and gentlemen. What's that look on your face?
I got a little surprise for you. Yeah, we talked a minute ago about Bret Hart, the Hitman. Well, every time I think of him, I think of his mother, Helen Hart. Is she still alive and kicking, you think?
Well, of course she is. Stop that. Don't start. What kind of surprise are you talking about?
I'm going to tell you something. Have you heard of the WWF Greetings on Call?
Of course I have. Of course. What does that have to do with you?
Well, I'll tell you what. I called up, and I had my choice of WWF superstars to leave a little message for Helen Hart. I could have had Lex Luger. I could have had Bret Hart. Who would want him? I could have had Razor Ramon or the Macho Man. But I chose the man that this man, Yokozuna, demolished at the Royal Rumble. I chose The Undertaker. And before his final demise, he left a few choice comments for Miss Helen Hart. And the phone should be ringing any minute with this message.
Wait a minute. There it is now. What are you up to, Jerry Lawler?
Listen to this.
Listen.
This is Paul Bear, calling from the World Wrestling Federation. My Undertaker and I are calling for Helen.
1 second, Paul Bearer. I've got to find out something. Please let us know that you have a touch-tone phone by pressing the 1 button now. If you...
Hello, Helen. Hello, birthday girl. This is Paul Bear. My Undertaker asked me to call you and give you a special message because he dug up the news that it's your birthday. Here he comes now from the depths of the darkness to try and shed some light on your special day. Happy birthday to
believe this.
One more time.
Oh, yes, one more time.
No.
Yes. Sing it.
I don't believe it's Helen Hart's birthday.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, dear Helen. That's right. Happy birthday to you. This is great.
What's that called again? Greetings on call?
That's right. You can do one. Listen.
Oh, that song says kills a bark fine. Now here is another message for you.
From the unknown.
Happy 100th birthday, Helen Hart, from the King, Jerry Lawler. I'm sure you're surprised to get wished happy birthday by somebody other than Willard Scott.
Our spirits have been raised by delivering those words.
May you live in peace.
Now, was that not the greatest thing you've ever heard, McMahon? Greetings on call, personally sent from me to Helen Hart.
That's not the way you're supposed to use it. It's supposed to be for legitimate birthdays, and you leaving a I'm telling you right now, Brett is not going to take too kindly what you just did.
Oh, speaking of what just happened, look at this.
Oh, my, devastating suplex. Yokozuna all over Terry Stubbs. And then from there, let's listen to this.
Yeah, that's what should have happened to Bret Hart.
Oh, my goodness. And this, no doubt, is a monster of a man, ladies and gentlemen. And perhaps, once again, to be the World Wrestling Federation champion if a rematch is signed.
When's your birthday? When's your birthday, McMahon?
Never mind. I don't have birthdays anymore.
I want to call up and send you a greetings on call.
Yeah, I can't wait.
The biggest mistake that anybody can make is crossing this man's path.
Oh, my. Bonsai. Stand by, ladies and gentlemen. Stand by for the WWF Live Event News. Ladies and gentlemen, the strains of the Oriental music reverberating through this sold-out arena, Ted DiBiase, as we await the entrance of the former World Wrestling Federation champion, the awesome 567-pound Yokozuna.
Well, I'll tell you what, Stan Lane, I feel sorry for anybody, and I mean absolutely anybody, who gets in the path of Yokozuna right now. Here's a man who's definitely on a mission since being ripped off the World Wrestling Federation title. He is a man determined to run through everything that crosses his path till he gets that rematch, and I don't blame him.
How in the world do you figure he got ripped off?
Well, if you were paying attention at WrestleMania, you wouldn't have to ask me that question.
Oh, please. I guess you're referring to the fact that Yokozuna slipped off that middle rope when he was preparing to put the bonsai drop on the Hitman, and, hey, it cost him the pin. It cost him the gold.
As if the middle rope being loose was an accident.
Well, perhaps when you weigh close to 600 pounds, Ted, I mean, how much weight is that middle rope supposed to hold anyway?
Well, like I said before, I think it was a deliberate move on the part of Bret the Hitman Hart.
Speaking of Bret the Hitman Hart, ladies and gentlemen, coming up shortly, the debut, courtesy of last week's Superstars, of the Heartbreak Hotel with Shawn Michaels and Shawn's guest will be Bret the Hitman Hart. Stay tuned for that.
The excellence of excuses.
The excellence of execution, and the current WWF champion, Bret the Hitman Hart. He is looking good. Boy, Joey Stallings, Ted, has definitely got his work cut out for him this week on Wrestling Challenge.
Well, you're right for once, Lang. Joey Stallings happens to be the man at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Look at the size of Yokozuna. Oh, my. As they lock up collar and elbow. You know, Joey Stallings, oh, wow. You know, I started to say, Ted, Joey Stallings about the same height as Yokozuna, up around the 6'4" mark, but, I mean, the power displayed by Yokozuna, he just shoved Stallings about 6 feet in midair.
Well, you know, it's hard to handle a man the size of Yokozuna, whoever you are. When you add its tremendous strength along with the tremendous weight difference, it's just incredible. He's a hard man to stop. If you're a wrestler climbing to the ring with Yokozuna, you've got to try to outmaneuver him.
Oh, look at this. Yokozuna with the nail. Stallings blocked it. Now, series of rights. Oh, wow.
Like I said, big mistake. You don't try to attack a man with power moves like Yokozuna. You try to move around him. You try to wear him out, wear him down, then get him off his feet. But if you try to match power for power with a man this size, you're in for a lot of trouble.
Well, you got that right. He is definitely a load, you know, as Jim Cornette constantly running his mouth. Yokozuna drives the right foot into the side of the head of Joey Stallings. Listen to this chant. USA. Oh, lock. Right in the belly. Suplex. Flattens Joey Stallings. Oh my.
Well, these people can chant all they want to, Lane, but I tell you what, Yokozuna is oblivious to it. Yokozuna, all he's got on his mind is crushing everything in sight until he gets what he wants, what he deserves.
Speaking of crushing, it's going to be the bonsai drop. Oh, the impact, tremendous.
Pay attention, Bret Hart.
Oh, wow.
Here's your winner.
That has to be one of the most awesome finishing maneuvers in the entire World Wrestling Federation. And look at the face. Look at the anger, the determination displayed on the face of the former WWF Champion, Ted Yokozuna.
Not for long, Lane. I see a rematch in the making.
Joey Stallings having a very hard time breathing with all that weight rushing down on his chest cavity. Got a replay coming up.
Here we go. Take a look at the size. Bang! Whoa!
Tremendous.
What do you say? What else can you say about that?
I'll tell you what I can say. I can say thank goodness it wasn't me. That move is unbelievable.
Welcome back, everyone, to more WWF action. This capacity crowd still buzzing over the fact that the 1-2-3 Kid is in the King of the Ring tournament. Yes, the 1-2-3 Kid set to square off against Double J, Jeff Jarrett, and imagine what's going through Adam Bomb's mind at the moment.
Well, he's got nobody to blame but himself.
I beg your pardon.
Well, Quang obviously came out to help him, and if a man as big as Adam Bomb is cannot hold a little weasel like the 1-2-3 Kid, let's see move out of the way. He's got to blame himself.
Yeah,
I certainly wouldn't blame him.
Adam Bomb was dominating the match with the 1-2-3 Kid. It even appeared as though Adam Bomb was surprised when he saw Quang there. That was a Harvey Whippleman plot for sure.
Wait a minute. You're not trying to cast aspersions on Harvey Whippleman like he knew what was going to happen there, do you?
Oh, wait a minute. Let's take you back now to last week. Remember what happened? Harvey blamed Adam Bomb for the loss of the tag team with Bomb and Quang as a tag team unit.
And rightfully so.
By the way, if we can take some of our cameras and move them to the dressing room area, we just might be able to pick up some of that melee going on back there with Harvey, Quang, and Adam Bomb. And if we do, hopefully, we can present it to you a little bit later on in the same program.
Get it broken up, Harvey.
Promotional consideration paid for by the following.
For more WWF action, Yokozuna ready to lock up with Corey Student. Yokozuna, of course, ladies and gentlemen, not celebrating at all here in the United States as it relates to this Memorial Day weekend.
Oh, I can assure you that Memorial Day is very special to Yokozuna. It's a day that just intensifies his resolve to dominate not only the World Wrestling Federation, but everybody here in the United States.
Yokozuna, as we mentioned before, will be teaming up with Crush at the King of the Ring and will square off against the tag team champions, the Head Shrinkers, Samu and Fatu. Hey, wait a minute, look at this kid. Student. Hey, series of left hands. Just about it. But you never can tell what's going to happen in the WWF. Speaking of the Head Shrinkers, by the way, the Head Shrinkers are about to commemorate, ladies and gentlemen, yet another historic moment. Yes, the Head Shrinkers are going to be participating in the 50th anniversary of D-Day. Oh, no, did you see that?
Yeah, D-Day for him.
The Head Shrinkers, get this now, are going to combine forces with Bam Bam Bigelow. That's an unusual combination right there. And those three will combine forces with Men on a Mission. Wow. It's a special tug of war against the combined seagoing forces in the U.S. military. We're talking about the Marines
and the Navy combining in the tug-of-war to commemorate the 50th anniversary of D-Day. And guess where it's going to take place? Where's that? New York City Harbor on board the USS Intrepid.
Well, let me just say this. Men on a mission and the head shrinkers better appreciate the fact that Bam Bam Bigelow will be there to anchor that team, because without him there, those sailors and Marines probably pull those guys right off in the ocean.
Well, of course, the Marines and the Navy don't always get along either. Who knows what's going to happen? Speaking of the Intrepid, listen to this. Yes, USA and Yokozuna remembers very well his one and only appearance on board the deck of the USS Intrepid. It was July 4, and Lex Luger slammed into the canvas. Oh, the hip toss. Yeah, right. Just like that was a hip toss, right?
No, any idiot knows that was a belly-to-belly suplex.
And a 3 count as well. And look, Mr. Fuji bowing. Mr. Fuji, who's been so instrumental, ladies and gentlemen, and the king of the ring qualifying matches. I mean, Yokozuna. You're 2 for 2. Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, making sure that the earthquake did not prevail. Owen Hart is now qualified and will be in the first round thanks to Yokozuna. Back to the replay.
Don't watch it, just listen.
And then from there,
listen.
That's devastating. Yokozuna and Mr. Fuji. And again, it was Mr. Fuji last week right here, ladies and gentlemen, who managed Double J.
Right.
And that was an upset as well, as Crush came down to interfere in the match. Thanks to Mr. Fuji. And it will be Crush and Yokozuna, both of whom managed by Mr. Fuji.
That's the one heard around the world.
Who perhaps take the tag team championship from the Head Shrinkers at the King of the Ring.
The following contest is
here it comes.
one fall. Making his way to the ring, being accompanied by Mr.
Former
Fuji
WWF Champion.
and James E. Cornette. Weighing at 568 pounds.
568 pounds. Give me a break. This guy's 600 pounds if he's an ounce.
Well, you don't have to worry about where the beef is. It's all there.
Tampa, Florida, weighing in at 250 pounds.
James E. Cornette along with the devious one, Mr. Fuji, leading the way. What was that youngster's name, DiBiase? Hey, by the way, you never gave me back my $2.
What are you talking about?
I gave you $2 for the hot dog.
You're going to cry over a couple of bucks?
You went south with, is that how you got all your money? Are you a thief?
It doesn't matter how I got it. The fact is I have it. You want your $2?
Of course.
Here you go. Cheap, real cheap.
Oh boy, this is going to be exciting to say the least. And talk about exciting things. Latest edition of the World Wrestling Federation magazine, of which Yokozuna is on the cover, is going to hit the newsstands this Tuesday everywhere, and also a very in-depth article on you.
That's right.
How much did that cost you?
What do you mean, what that cost me? Everybody's dying to interview me.
Please. Why weren't you on the cover?
I just threw Fuji a bone, put Yokozuna on the cover. Hey, you never know. I might want to buy him. I may be negotiating with Fuji.
You know, he may have more money than you.
Oh, give me a break.
We're underway here in this one. David Thornburg supplying the opposition for former WWF Champion. Uh-oh, wow. There's my salt supply for 1994. Incidentally, next time you go for the hot dogs, I like mustard, relish, and onion.
Get your own hot dog. You better take a little more money, too.
Last-minute instructions from the devious one himself. What a color-coordinated individual that is. Who dresses him? Helen Keller?
James E. Cornette is a very colorful fellow.
Sure.
Yes, he is. Man after my own heart.
Yokozuna, obviously with designs of once again becoming the WWF Champion. He would love another crack at the title. Of course, he's going to have to beat some very interesting and large competition very shortly in one Mr. Typhoon.
That's right. Well, Typhoon may just get the wind knocked out of his sails when he goes up against Yokozuna. Yokozuna, former World Wrestling Federation champion, held the title for a long time and is certainly always a contender to regain that title.
You know, if he wants another crack at the championship, He's going to have to get by Typhoon, and that match is next week on Superstars. If he loses that one, I don't like his chances.
Well, I've got my money on Yokozuna.
How much is it?
Hey, that's my business.
I'm just not an ass for me. People out there might want to know, oh, what a clothesline. This guy is not only big and powerful, he's cat-like quick.
And under the tutelage of Mr. Fuji and James E. Cornette, that's a very lethal combination.
It certainly is. Fuji has instilled upon this individual all the martial arts expertise. As the chant goes out USA, James E. doesn't want to hear it. Oh, excuse me. How humiliating is that? Look at that.
I love it.
Yoko trying to rearrange the facial expression of Mr. Thornburg, who might have done better to send a note in here.
That's it, Yokozuna. Humiliating.
Yoko hammering away here. Don't forget, folks, still to come, the 1-2-3 Kid, the electrifying 1-2-3 Kid.
Had to remind me, huh?
Well, thanks to Nikolai Volkov, he gets a crack at the title Monday night on Raw.
That was a cheap trick the kid pulled.
Obviously, you didn't pay Nikolai.
Well, Nikolai's family's doing very well.
Well, I hope so.
If it weren't for me, Nikolai Volkov would still be on the front row in that stupid suit.
Huh. I kind of like that striped suit. Oh, setting him up here. Got him planted right where he likes him. And now, Yoko going up on the inside. Second turnbuckle.
David Thornburg should have stayed at home today.
Oh! Pancake City time, folks. Lights out. See ya. Ooh. Intensity in the eyes of Yokozuna. Wouldn't surprise me if he got the title back.
Wouldn't surprise me either. As a matter of fact, Yokozuna may well have been the greatest World Wrestling Federation champion that we've ever had, as is stated in the latest edition of the World Wrestling Federation magazine.
Obviously, you got your free copy, and you're well aware of that fact, but I have a little problem with that kind of a statement. I don't think he's the greatest champion ever in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. I think the Hitman more resembles that remark.
Well, it remains to be seen, Gorilla Monsoon. Anything can happen.
1-2-3 Kid coming up. Oh, everybody's got a price. Oh, here we go. I hear that sound, and that means that you can feel the rumbling, the earth shaking, as 600 pounds plus of Yokozuna, incidentally, all by himself, DiBiase.
That's right. No Fuji and no James E. Cornette. Well, I heard Cornette's looking for new wings after what happened to the Heavenly Bodies on the Superstars.
Well, he should be out looking for new wings. Should be looking for new tag team personnel as well. Yokozuna very conspicuous by his absence at SummerSlam. I know why he wasn't there.
Well, I know why he wasn't there, too, and I can't say that I blame him. I mean, we both know that he's been afraid of The Undertaker since before the Royal Rumble. I mean, he's afraid of that whole death thing. I mean, I am, too, after what happened.
You know, if he was afraid of one Undertaker, can you imagine what was going through his mind with two of them on hand?
I can't imagine at all. I know what was going through my mind, and I don't even want to talk about it.
Well, you're absolutely right in stating that it all went back to the Royal Rumble when Yokozuna and his entourage thought that once and for all they had eliminated The Undertaker. Incidentally, Ted DiBiase, at that time there were some rumors floating around that it was your money that was backing that whole operation.
Who told you that, Monsoon?
I have my sources. I have my gorilla vine. We're ready to go here.
That's ridiculous.
Take a look at the size of those ham hocks.
Unbelievable.
What a dangerous individual can terminate anyone's career at any given moment.
Former World Wrestling Federation champion, and I might add, I think one of the best.
Don't like this youngster's chances. What a shot. Big overhand right and another one. Yoko is relentless once he gets the upper hand.
Tom O'Sullivan should have stayed home today.
Wow. Headbutt finds the mark. It'll give you a Excedrin headache. Uses the martial arts instilled to him by Mr. Fuji so effectively. He's just having a good time. Oh, that's not necessary. That's disgusting.
Just proving a point, Monsoon.
Claw hold applied to the cranium here.
Sending a distinct message to anybody who would want to climb in the ring with Yokozuna. Be prepared to get hurt.
Is that message also designed for one Undertaker?
I'd rather not talk about the Undertaker.
Well, we're going to be talking a lot this week about the Undertaker, whether you like it or not. Look out!
I'm still confused about that whole deal.
I'm sure you are.
I mean, I had him. Well, I thought I had him.
You've had it. Let's put it that way. You were had. Big guy off the ropes. Oh, another leg drop. Come on, referee. You can ring the bell here.
Tom O'Sullivan has...
He's out.
He's out cold.
Give me a break. Mercifully, this one is over. You know, the referee could have stopped that at any point in time, just awarded the superior decision and be done with it. Yokozuna! As usual, the very impressive Yokozuna making short work of Tom O'Sullivan.
Very short work indeed. I mean, look at Tom O'Sullivan. He hasn't budged an inch.
Hasn't moved a muscle. Not hard to understand why. Got squashed just like a grape. Well, coming up right now, folks, Todd Pettengill in our Post-SummerSlam report. Take it, Todd. Oh, wait a minute.
Oh, what's that?
What was that? Let's stay with this.
Where's the Undertaker? That's a bong of the Undertaker.
Oh, look at the look on Yoko's kisser.
Forget the look on his kisser.
It looks just like the look on yours.
Yeah. Well, I don't like this supernatural stuff, Gorilla. I mean, I don't like it at all.
Yoko bailing out of here.
You made were anything but comedic.
What do you mean?
I can imagine those comments you made about WWF President Jack Tunney. Much less what you had to say about your own mother.
Oh, come on, give me a break. Look at this idiot here.
This contest is scheduled for one fall. Introducing first, approaching to the ring, weighing 560
to the ring.
Yokozuna.
Well, Josh, you're not all that excited about Yokozuna's presence.
Right. Why don't you go look for Waldo, Josh?
Steve King.
Oh, there you go. We got rolling. Good enough, Josh Adler. Thank you very much.
He had an Undertaker t-shirt on, too.
I noticed that.
I bet that slimy Paul Bearer, I saw him here earlier. I bet he gave that kid that t-shirt to wear to try to intimidate Yokozuna.
Well, I don't know about that, but you will notice, conspicuous by their absence, there is no Mr. Fuji, and neither is there Jim Cornette, so they may have gotten word as well, just like you, that the Undertaker just might be in the house, so to speak.
Well, I guess that would dispel the rumor right there that Yokozuna's scared because he's here too.
Well, let me just say that perhaps the safest place to be in the arena is out among the people, out in the ring, and not back in the dressing room area where you claim you saw Paul Bearer earlier.
Well, it's not going to be the safest place for Steve King to be.
And there you see it, ladies and gentlemen. Yokozuna, the man credited for disposing, if you would, of The Undertaker back during the Royal Rumble. Remember, they stuffed him down in that casket. No one will ever forget that. However, no one will ever forget SummerSlam. The Undertaker, the one and the only Undertaker. Oh, is he ever back in black.
You're glad of that, aren't you, McMahon? You're real happy. You and that Paul Bearer. Ooh.
And by the way, you also noted that Yokozuna was not at SummerSlam, and of course you know why.
I know why. Why do you think he wasn't there?
I know exactly why. Because The Undertaker was there.
No, that has that.
Oh, no! Did you see that?
Yes, I did, and that's what he'll do to The Undertaker, too.
Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, you wonder whether or not he's going to be watching this Monday night. You wonder whether or not he's going to be watching the one and the only Undertaker square off against Yokozuna's countryman, Wang. That's going to be an awesome matchup, but right now, Yoko is manhandling his opponent. Let's go back to the double feature. All right.
Well, look at Yokozuna's pulling him back into the ring right now. Got him by the hair. And can you imagine when he gets the air, the Undertaker pulls it right out, and long, stringy hair, slaps his face like that?
Wait a minute. Now, this has happened once before.
What?
Now,
I am here to call the action. I'm calling the action as it happened. Look at that. Chops him right down to the mat.
That's my job, if you don't. Oh, my goodness, look at this. Yokozuna stepping on the throat of Steve King.
All I want out of you, McMahon, is breathing, and very little of that.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Look at Yokozuna. He's looking around right now.
Just might be coming out here, you know.
Oh, no.
And Deke might be joining him.
I wish that little half pint would come out here. He's probably back in the back sucking on some fertilizer where he can grow.
Uh-oh, look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Steve King and belly to belly. Oh, that's devastating. you saw with Paul Bear back in the dressing room. You saw double, I'm sure.
Yeah, I did. Big double chin.
That's not very nice.
What do you mean? You think Paul Bear...
You have nothing nice to say about anyone, do you?
If I've said anything that would offend anyone, I'm glad of it.
Josh Adler, our guest, ring announcer, ladies and gentlemen, proclaiming Yokozuna victorious. But he just might... Hey! Wait a minute. Yes!
That's Paul Bear ringing that bell.
Look at the look on the face of Yokozuna. You might say he's deathly afraid. Because it could be Yokozuna stopped down into that casket during the WWF Heart Attack Tour. The Undertaker is going to dispose of Yokozuna.
Yes, indeed, Yokozuna. Best heed the words of the Undertaker. They're on a collision course in the WWF Heart Attack Tour. I know what you're trying to do, McMahon. You're trying to give the impression to all of these morons out here that Yokozuna is afraid of the Undertaker. That's not the case. If the Undertaker wants to find Yokozuna, as you can see, he won't be hard to find.
Well, that's for sure. He's going to be found all right. He's going to be found, as a matter of fact, this Tuesday night. Yokozuna's going to be found in Poughkeepsie at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center. Yokozuna's in action, as well as the one, the only, the Undertaker. All that at the Mid-Hudson Civic Center this Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah. Tell them about Wednesday. Guess who I get to find Wednesday?
Give me a break.
That's right.
It's the Undertaker. I might add the one and only Undertaker. After he disposes of Yokozuna, I would suggest this Tuesday night, the Undertaker will dethrone a crown in White Plains at the Westchester County Center. This Wednesday. What are you going to do?
Oh, I can't wait. I don't want to tell you. I'm not going to divulge my secret, but I'll tell you this. Everybody is going to be in shock when they see the Undertaker kneel down and kiss my royal feet. That's what I'm going to make him do.
Boy, you got that right. Everyone would be in it. I bet you're going to wind up stuffed inside, not the casket, but the urn.
No way.
Can you believe that? Lowering the shoulder, Yokozuna, Gary Scott, trying to bowl over 600 pounds.
Look at that. Look at how wide. He is the only guy I know, McMahon, that may be taller laying down than he is standing up. Look at the girth.
He is a monster, Yokozuna. And stop for the ride. Woo! Who will take the ride in the coffin? Who will take the ride in the casket back to the dressing room? Will it be Yokozuna, or will it be the Undertaker, as the Undertaker did once before, if you recall, at the Royal Rumble?
Yeah. Hey, Reggie White, take a look at Yokozuna. He could be the whole right side of the line.
And, oh, give me a break. Oh, look at that. Oh, just pawing his opponent like a giant bear. Yokozuna. Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, could wind up in the double wide, double deep casket. If you mention the word casket around this man, you could see him just shake and shudder with fear.
Oh, that's that Paul Bear's doing. He turns off the lights and rings that big gong and all this kind of stuff. He's trying to intimidate Yokozuna.
He is. Well, he's doing a very good job of it. Oh. Yokozuna with a headbutt. And Jim Cornette, ladies and gentlemen, delighted thus far with Yokozuna and his performance.
I don't think he looks too intimidated this week, do you? Look
Yokozuna?
Yeah, look, you know, he's
obviously not.
I almost thought I detected a smile there on his face.
Off the rope, Scott underneath the roundhouse, Scott in, running into Yokozuna. Look out!
Ooh, I think Reggie White just left.
And a count of three, a very easy victory for Yokozuna. It'll be anything but easy when Yokozuna faces the one and the only Paul Bear's Undertaker. He's back. And you can bet you will see a look of fear on the face of Yokozuna.
No way.
When Yokozuna meets up with the Undertaker in the casket. Well, wait a minute. There it is.
Oh, look what you've done, McMahon. Look at this Paul Bear's doing. Don't worry about it.
Trying to calm Yokozuna down, and he can't do it. Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be stuffed into that double wide, double deep casket. He may never be the same again. The Undertaker is back.
Do you think the Undertaker's here?
He could be, but I do know this. He's going to be on the
think he'll make good on that. We'll see a new champion. Hey, speaking of champions, take a look.
Yeah, the former WWF Champion. What a monster this man is.
And his manager, Mr.
Hey, don't show that magazine to Yokozuna either. It's got a story in there about The Undertaker.
It does indeed, and I would suggest that every time Yokozuna hears about the casket match on the Heart Attack Tour, he goes nuts. Well, he's almost as bonkers as Bob Backlund when he hears about the casket match.
Jason.
What do you expect, McMahon? That stuff's creepy. Theory, nobody likes to hear about that kind of stuff. What?
Charlie Mann, ladies and gentlemen, just gave us a note that indeed Bob Backlund has just accepted the challenge from Bob Sparkplug Holly. We shall have that matchup right here next week. Backlund just might be total lesson.
Oh, I'm telling you this, Sparkplug has now stuck his nose where it doesn't belong.
Yokozuna ready for action against Jason Storm. Now, what sort of strategy would you have against a man like Yokozuna?
I don't know, you're going to have to ask The Undertaker that. Wait a minute. Look at these idiots. Yoko will rest in peace. Let me remind them who won the last casket match, the last time he faced The Undertaker. You remind them, McMahon.
Well, of course, you're referring to the Royal Rumble, and indeed, actually, that was the last we had seen of the Undertaker for a long time.
Look at that, McMahon. The world hadn't seen legs like that since the Brontosaurus died out.
Yokozuna against Jason Storm as Mr. Fuji looks on. Yokozuna setting up Storm now. Off the rope in. Ooh, my goodness. So you did that quite well, actually, almost as well as Mabel. Say it again. Boom. Boom. There it is.
I'm not saying that.
Huh?
It's not what I'm saying. I said,
oh, look at
wow,
that mouth. Jim Cornette, ladies and gentlemen, the American spokesperson, if you would, for Yokozuna.
What's this?
Oh! Forget about it. Yokozuna would like very much to do just that to The Undertaker and then drag him over. Stuff him inside that casket. And it might be the last we will ever see of The Undertaker should that occur on the WWF Heart Attack Tour.
Look how proud Mr. Fuji is of Yokozuna. And look at Cornette. They couldn't be happier.
Oh, yes, they could, because if The Undertaker were resting in peace, for sure, they would be a lot happier.
Hey.
Wait a minute.
Wait a minute, McMahon.
Did you hear that? Yes. The bong. And the discussion going on is the other.
Hey, look at this.
Paul Bear, ladies and gentlemen. Paul Bear is pushing it. Yes, he's pushing it.
Yokozuna over this way. Yokozuna.
Yokozuna looking for The Undertaker.
Look out, Paul Bear. You've got The Undertaker behind you.
And The Undertaker's going to be in that casket to lead his race.
Turn around, Yokozuna.
Wait a minute. Yokozuna.
Look out. He's backing right towards the casket. He's been turned around.
Is The Undertaker in there or not? Paul Bear waiting for Yokozuna to turn around.
Tell him to turn. Look, there it is.
Wow! Yokozuna, obviously very afraid of the casket.
Is The Undertaker in it?
But he better get used to it. Yokozuna running away. He won't be able to run away, but he may be falling down.
He's not running, McMahon. He's not running.
He may be falling into the casket. We may see the last of Yokozuna. When The Undertaker grabs him and shoves him down right into that. And Paul Bear seals the lid as the lights go out on Yokozuna.
Well, speaking of quarters, Gorilla, the superstar we'll see on our screen here shortly weighs more than a quarter of a ton. He's as big as a house, and Gorilla, he's stronger than the Republican Party.
Well, he certainly is. Former WWF Champion Yokozuna being led down here by James E. Cornette and the Senpai, the Master, Mr. Fuji.
You know, if there is a weakness in the arsenal of Yokozuna, it would have to be maybe perhaps that he is plagued by a severe case, ladies and gentlemen, of casketophobia.
Well, you know, James E. said he's not, but over the past several weeks, we've seen instance upon instance of his phobia indeed, Stan. He's scared to death.
There's definitely fear etched across the face, the ample face of Yokozuna, each and every time someone even says the word casket.
Imagine when he gets that big frame of his plunked down in one this Wednesday night.
The casket match. This will be the last chance casket match this Wednesday night at Survivor Series. And don't forget, special special troubleshooting referee, Chuck Norris, will be there at ringside to make sure there is no outside interference the way there was at the Royal Rumble, Gorilla.
The Texas Ranger, Mr. Martial Arts himself, Chuck Norris, what an impact he's going to have on that match.
Well, you know, a very interesting scenario is developing because several World Wrestling Federation superstars have already declared that they're not going to let Chuck Norris get in their way, Gorilla.
Hey, I heard two of them run their big mouths, Double J and Tatanka. They said, what's he going to do? Oh, look at that.
Oh, John Crystal came charging, and that's what you call running into a brick wall, ladies and gentlemen.
Tatanka said, what's Chuck Norris going to do if I decide to go down to the ringside during that match? Well, I got news for you, Tatanka. He'll clean your clock.
Chuck Norris, 5th degree black belt, tremendous competitor, tremendous athlete. That's going to be great at Survivor Series. Oh, look at that.
Reverse knife edge right in the esophagus.
Yokozuna just warming up for Survivor Series. You know, at Royal Rumble, we alluded to it earlier, Gorilla. It took not only the 600-pound Yokozuna, but also 10 other cronies, Yokozuna's henchmen, if you will, to come down to ringside and finally stuff the Undertaker in that double-deep, double-wide casket.
Well, Fuji, along with Yokozuna, figured that was the demise of the Undertaker, but the Unearthly One is back.
Whoa, look at this! Oh, my goodness!
Good night.
Tremendous impact. This got to do it. Well, John Crystal probably just thought he took a commuter flight and a one-way ticket down. And you know, Gorilla, Yokozuna did that so easily.
Well, it was easy here, but it won't be that easy this Wednesday night at Survivor Series, because in order to win, you have to have your opponent in a compromised position enough to stuff him into that dreaded casket and slam the lid shut.
Well, if Yokozuna can do that the day before Thanksgiving, I'm sure he'll have a gigantic Thanksgiving meal ready to celebrate, but I don't think it's going to happen. Right now, let's take you to Todd Pettengill with a special Survivor Series report, and I understand he's got comments from Chuck Norris, the Texas Ranger.
We're back with the WWF Tag Team Champions, Yokozuna and Owen Hart, on their way in approximately a week to defend the Tag Team Championship. And you have to wonder, Doc, just how long will Owen Hart and Yokozuna reign as title holders?
Well, if you're asking me, I think it'll be a long time and longer than next weekend at In Your House. I think they got an unbeatable combination, Owen's speed and Yokozuna's power and size.
But then again, surely you cannot discount the extraordinary skills of the Allied Powers in 1 week's time. Well, there you see the WWF blimp, and there's a...
don't go there, Vinnie Mac.
All right, we could say the biggest man in the history, weight-wise, of the World Wrestling Federation, now listed at 641 pounds. Yokozuna did not weigh that much when Lex Luger first body slammed him. Everybody remembers that. It was July 4, approximately 2 years ago, on board the USS Intrepid. And right now, Mike Curry... Oh, well, I got slapped.
Well, he deserved it.
Mike Curry starting out with Owen Hart. Nice drop toe hold there by Owen Hart.
I'm not trying to discount the Allied Powers' potential, but they don't have any brains, and Yokozuna and Owen Hart have Mr. Fuji and Jim Cornette.
Yeah, I'll grant you that. But then again, that could be a little excess baggage, couldn't it?
No, it's not excess baggage. They've been very successful in their tenure.
Yokozuna and Owen Hart, and unquestionably, a sort of a complete difference in terms of styles. Just when you're accustomed to the speed and the wrestling savvy of an Owen Hart, all of a sudden you tag in that the big behemoth monster Yokozuna, and things change up there completely. Look at that. Underneath, from the far side, over the hip, there's the Mike Curry. And Curry following up, winding up Owen Hart, and yes, with the tagging in his partner. Let's see what happens with John Crystal. Crystal and Curry functioning quite well as a tag team combination. Look at this. Double team effort. Up the rope. Double clothesline. Down goes Owen Hart.
Wow, could this be a surprise? Could Owen Hart be looking towards next weekend?
And wait a minute. Here we go. Snap suplex. Look at that. Owen Hart dominating at the moment. John Crystal. Standing by, ladies and gentlemen, the Allied Powers, the British Bulldog, Lex Luger. We had an occasion to chat with them before the match this week. Here's what they had to say.
The moment of truth is just 1 week away, and that spells big trouble for Yokozuna and Owen Hart.
That's right, and we've got two things to accomplish that night in your house. That's to slam Yokozuna and to take the World Wrestling Federation Tag Team titles.
Now that I'd like to see. I mean, notwithstanding the skills and, oh my goodness, make a wish if you would. And Yokozuna's wish, unquestionably, as well as his partner Owen Hart's, is to remain the Tag Team Championship combination. However, that is questionable. I think that Lex Luger and the British Bulldog are really going to be up for this match. Come on, ref, get in there.
Oh, this is good. This is really good. They are tuning up just right.
Tuning up just right.
Yes, sir.
Crystal having his problems. Oh, come on, behind the officials. Back. Did you see what Owen Hart just did? Look at him. Come on, ref. Disqualify him.
He's helping him back in the ring.
Yeah, sure he's helping him back in after he did what he did. Tag was made legal coming off and...
Nice.
Nicely, okay, then nicely done.
Oh, boom. Good night.
Forget about it. Anytime that happens to anyone in the WWF, it's curtains, and the official could take his time here as now Owen Hart hooks the leg. Why bother? Easy victory. It won't be easy in approximately a week. No way. I believe the Allied powers, Doc, are going to be up for this quest.
Well, I think they're going to be 0 for 2. I don't think Lex Luger or Davey Boy Smith, the British Bulldog, can 1, slam Yokozuna, and 2, win the WWF Tag Team titles next Sunday.
Well, we're going to find out in approximately a week. Yes, indeed, as we go back and take a look at the replay here. And here we have Crystal coming off the rope. And watch this drop toe. Watch Yokozuna. Look at this in. Oh, unbelievable.
Won't that be great if that's Lex's head?
Oh, yeah. Are you ready, ladies and gentlemen? Ready for WrestleMania, the special on Fox? We're talking a Saturday night, September the 30th at 11 p.m. Eastern Time. The late night place to be on a Saturday night. And right now we're talking WWF Tag Team Championship action here. What was the title holder for the non-title matchup here this week? Yokozuna and Owen Hart will make WWF history in a couple of weeks and the first ever King triple header matchup.
I'm going to tell you, it's going to be fantastic. I can't believe that the interim president came up with such an idea because it's a good one.
You got it.
I like it.
All 3 titles up for grabs in the very same match. The WWF Championship held by Diesel, Intercontinental title held by Shawn Michaels, assuming both men are still champions, right, when this match takes place in a couple of weeks. And of course, the tag team titles will be up for grabs as well. And hypothetically, let's just say that Diesel is defeated by Yokozuna. That means Yokozuna, for the 3rd time, then becomes the WWF champion. Or if Shawn Michaels is defeated by the man in the ring at this moment, Owen Hart becomes the Intercontinental champion. All 3 titles up for grabs.
That's why I said I like it. It's great. And I can see it all happening.
My goodness, look at this. Owen Hart going to work, ladies and gentlemen, on Tony Williams. And I've got news for you, King. You're going to see it all happen, all right? Yeah, you're going to see it all happen in Madison Square Garden when you're in the corner of Isaac Yankem. Oh, yeah. Oh, what a clothesline that was. The king in the corner of his own personal dentist, Isaac Yankem, who could very well have his teeth extracted, courtesy of the hitman Bret Hart. Madison Square Garden, get set, because we're talking a Friday night of live WWF action. That's only 3 weeks from this Friday night, so the countdown is on for you, King.
Well, tell everybody who Bret the Hitman Hart's got in his corner.
George the Animal Steele. Yes, the animal once again unleashed that nasty, like green tongue laughing about. Fur all over, not more than hair. He's got fur all over his back, his chest, and he's going to be unleashed, and he's going to be unleashed on you.
Well, me and Isaac Yankem are going to do a little oral surgery on
Hey, look at this. Nicely done. Series of maneuvers there by Williams. Looking pretty good. What's he going to do? Tags his partner? Yep. Here comes AC Connor. And by the way, you talk about tag team action, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to have some of that as well. Smoking Guns against Jacob and Eli Blue. Plus, Alundra Blaze against Bertha Faye, the WWF Women's Champion. Oh! Okay. Up for grabs in the Garden. Hey, wait a minute. Bob Backlund returns to Madison Square Garden against the 1-2-3 Kid.
Yeah.
And make a wish.
Hey, and it takes a king to know a king. King Mabel is going to once and for all plant the Undertaker at Madison Square Garden. Yeah.
And of course, the WWF Intercontinental title up for grabs. Shawn Michaels, assuming he's still the champion by then, he's safe against the British Bulldog. Here comes Young Williams. Drop kick. It all happens Madison Square Garden Friday night, October the 6th. Uh-oh, look at this. What's he going to do now? Hey, I don't know. Going up to the top.
He almost fell.
Hey, lost his footing and no, he's caught.
Uh-oh.
Oh, no. A valiant effort on the part of young Tony Williams.
Squashed like a bug.
Well, take a look at that monster, Yokozuna.
What's the matter? Couldn't AC afford a full-size partner?
Oh, my goodness, a cover, the count, and look at this. Owen Hart with a victory after Yokozuna really did a number on this youngster, Tony Williams. However, ladies and gentlemen, in your house, in a couple of weeks, I believe it's going to be Big Daddy Cool Diesel and Shawn Michaels doing a number on Owen Hart and Yokozuna. The title's going to change hands, Jerry Lawler. I can feel it.
No way.
It's going to be a hot slumping time in the hot pin match this week. WWF Superstars brought to you by Twix. With chewy caramel milk chocolate and that great cookie crunch, it's time out for Twix.
And by Burger King, where you get your burger's worth.
And by Tyco's Haunted Highway. Escape the monster's evil eye and win. New from Tyco.
Yokozuna! One of the individuals, along with, of course, King Mabel, the two of them did a number on The Undertaker's Kisser that has left The Undertaker, well, a little different looking as of late.
Absolutely, and he's going to take care of one big problem is The Undertaker in the casket match at In Your House.
That remains to be seen as to whom is going into the casket. Speaking of cadavers, Barry?
Hey guys, check it out. It's denim jacket time, and denim jacket time for the last time. Only $59.75 will get you the WWF Bret Hart denim jacket.
Hey,
now,
nice.
this isn't the only denim jacket we have. We have also Shawn Michaels. Let's turn around and show the back of this one. We have the back of the Bret Hart jacket. We have the back of the Diesel jacket, and the back of the Undertaker jacket as well. These jackets are available in medium, large, extra large, and double XL, only by dialing 1-800-TITAN-91. Remember, this is the last opportunity for them. Back to you guys at ringside.
Hey, that's the perfect gift. All right, Yokozuna. Ready for individual competition here. Yokozuna squaring off against John Crystal. What kind of a chance? Oh, my goodness, does John Crystal have of upsetting Yokozuna this week?
About the same chance I had of getting out of the chicken wing from Bob Backlund. Slim and none.
Well, of course, we will see Bob Backlund later on, one-on-one with Savio Vega. That should be an extraordinary matchup. And, of course, whoa! Bob Backlund will be locking horns, if you would, with the Hitman Bret Hart this Monday in a non-title matchup on Raw.
You know, I really have to question the smarts of Bret Hart. Why would he go in on Monday Night Raw in a non-title match against Bob Backlund and take a chance of being hurt when he has to defend his belt in 1 week at In Your House? Doesn't make sense.
Oh, look at this. Yokozuna going up. Yes, Yokozuna, ladies and gentlemen. Joining forces with Owen Hart at the Long Island Nassau County Coliseum. And, oh, man. And if that happens to either one of their two opponents, either to the Hitman or to the Undertaker, say goodbye to somebody's career. It's tag team action in Long Island. That's 3 weeks from this Friday night, January 5 in Long Island.
One of the biggest cards there at the Nassau Coliseum. Then the very next afternoon, that's Saturday afternoon, January the 6th, folks. 2 o'clock is the special starting time. A huge WWF extravaganza in the New Haven Coliseum.
And then later on in the month, by the way, for upcoming live WWF events in and around the area in Westchester County Center's White Plains. We're talking live WWF action there on a Wednesday night, the 24th of January. And Yokozuna in action in White Plains, hoping to kick off the new year with a big success.
And Yokozuna will go one-on-one with The Undertaker, ladies and gentlemen. That will be on a huge night in Madison Square Garden, Friday night, January 26th, 6 weeks from this Friday night, the same night, inside a steel cage, that Bret the Hitman Hart will collide with Big Daddy Cool Diesel in the Garden.
Welcome everyone to WWF Superstars, yes indeed. On his way to the square circle, he means business, and that means business without Jim Cornette. Yes, he is the mighty one. He is Yokozuna. Hello everyone, welcome to WWF Superstars. Vince McMahon here along with Mr. Perfect and Jim Ross.
Ladies and gentlemen, what a broadcast this week. One-on-one, the undefeated Ahmed Johnson gets his hands on the 1-2-3 Kid.
Oh, wait a minute, let's go up to action now. Handicap matchup here, Yokozuna trying to manhandle two individuals. Of course, yes, we're going to see Ahmed Johnson get the 1-2-3 Kid, but ladies and gentlemen, we're going to interview the one, the only, the Hitman Bret Hart. Plus, get a load of this. Unbelievable. Anything can happen in the WWF. Can you believe this? Vader has been reinstated. That's not a laughing matter.
Oh, sure is.
More on that later on.
That's a shocking situation.
Oh, forget about it. What if that's the British Bulldog this Sunday night on pay-per-view? What happens if Yokozuna can do that to the British Bulldog?
I'll tell you something, going to be all over. What a matchup on the pay-per-view. Watch this right here.
Oh!
641 pounds at least, dropping it all on his opponent. Could happen to the Bulldog this Sunday night.
Jim Cornette no longer managing Yokozuna on his own. However, Jim Cornette is not pleased at all.
Yokozuna, you stinking ingrate. The day you put your hands on me is the day that you blew the best thing that ever happened to you, punk, because I'm the one that took you to the top. Well, I'll tell you who's going to put you down to the bottom, the British Bulldog. And in your house, the most powerful man in the WWF is going to pick you up over his head and slam you to the ground. And the earth is going to quake and tremor. And Yokozuna, the legend, is going to be dead.
Yokozuna now. Oh, my. Don't tell me he's stacking him up here. Yokozuna with an opportunity. Oh, no, look at this. Imagine what if that's the British Bulldog? What if that's Jim Cornette stacked up on the British Bulldog? What if that's this coming Sunday night? And what if Yokozuna?
Like the old song says, I feel the earth move under my feet. What an impact.
What a sandwich.
How soon he forgets what Cornette did for him.
Big bologna sandwich there made by Yokozuna. Or maybe it's more like chop suey.
Chop suey, one of my favorite dishes. And what about Cornette's statement that Cornette is bringing Vader to In Your House this Sunday night? Vader's not even scheduled to be on the card.
And after what he did to Gorilla Monsoon, what might he do at In Your House?
Anything can happen. Vader on the loose this Sunday night? I mean, he has no respect for authority, no respect whatsoever. Anything can happen this Sunday night.
To you by Castro Synthetic Blend. Added protection for severe driving conditions.
And by Burger King, where you can get your burger's worth.
And by the U.S. Army. Look for the Army's hyperlink on WWF AOL site in the TV Zone section and find out where you can be all you can be. All right, here we go. Yokozuna. And this triple handicap matchup, Yokozuna, you can bet, was watching the last matchup with the British Bulldog, of course. As was noted earlier, it will be in tag team competition on Raw this Monday. However, Yokozuna has quite a task before him as we speak.
I don't think I've ever seen one man versus three.
Andre the Giant years ago.
That was before my time.
Yes, I imagine it was.
Well, it wasn't before my time.
And take a look at these three, if you would. We've got Larry, Curly, and Moe in there. No, actually not. They're more like the Three Musketeers, I think.
Reginald Walker, Mark Kyle, and Denny, don't call me Dolly Parton.
By the way, Yokozuna, a nominee at the upcoming Slammy Awards, is a part of WrestleMania weekend. He's nominated for Best Buns.
Come on.
Also, my colleagues, of course, also nominees, of course, Best Threads. Mr. Perfect.
That'll be me.
Yeah. Right, and JR, the I'm Talking and I Can't Shut Up award.
I'm afraid you're right.
All right, in any event, Yokozuna ready to meet not one, not two, but three individuals. Obviously, there's individual, ladies and gentlemen, hailing from the Colorado area that's watching this matchup, knowing full well he will meet Yokozuna at WrestleMania. We're talking about the man they call Vader.
Two men with a combined weight of 1/2 ton. Going one-on-one at WrestleMania. That is going to be special.
Full speed ahead. Oh, my goodness. And look out, Yokozuna. 2 down, 1 to go. We go to Kitty Carlisle. No, wait a minute. That's Mark Kyle there, hammering away. Mark Kyle against Yokozuna. And thus far, Yokozuna has been manhandling all three individuals, although these individuals have not really done anything collectively against him.
They haven't shown much continuity, much teamwork, as Yokozuna's pretty well dissecting them with nothing but heavy artillery.
Yeah, and they're not Vader either.
That's a very good point. Yokozuna! And if that's Vader, and you can bet Vader's going to feel the effect just as Mark Kyle is feeling at the moment.
Yokozuna just got Mark Kyle's vote for best buns. Best leg, best everything.
Implanted right there on his forehead, right?
Never to be forgotten. You know, Yokozuna's got some huge live events coming up. I know that Yokozuna's going to be headed to Hartford, Connecticut. He's going to be in the U.S. Air Arena. And what about Madison Square Garden just around the corner for Yokozuna?
Yes, indeed, on television is one thing, but live, ladies and gentlemen, in person, you won't believe the size. You won't believe the skill. You won't believe the athleticism, and you may not believe this.
Oh, what a terrible sight that must be coming down on you.
And imagine, I mean, the crushing blow down in the chest. Look out! A double clothesline attempt. Look at that! Yokozuna throwing his weight around.
Yokozuna's got to be 650 pounds if he's an ounce.
He's the biggest man in the history of the World Wrestling Federation. Make no mistake about that. And oh my goodness, Yokozuna's not done. What's he doing here? Reginald Walker in the grasp of Yokozuna. Walker being pulled over and jumped on Parton.
No,
is he gonna?
No, he's stacking them up like cordwood.
Oh, God, what he's gonna do?
This could be mashed potatoes.
No, here we go. The man they call Vader must be watching this. Bonsai, yeah!
In stereo.
And a count of 3, it's over. Yokozuna with a very impressive victory against 3 individuals here. And you can bet he is counting the days. We're less than a month away until he has an opportunity to even the score with the man they call Vader and that big loudmouth Jim Cornette. All right, there you have it. Nominee for Best Buns along with Sonny of the Body Donnas. And speaking of the Body Donnas, next week, ladies and gentlemen, they'll be joining us in... All right, ladies and gentlemen, you're looking at a mammoth proportion individual, the biggest man in the history of the World Wrestling Federation, and he gets bigger every single day. Yokozuna locking up with Tony Johnson.
And he's not a happy man.
Not a happy man indeed. Ah, with a headbutt.
It has not been the greatest of weeks for this 641-pounder.
Yeah, some would state a little bit more than 641 pounds. And again, it's like Yokozuna, all of his training, ladies and gentlemen, as an athlete. Of course, in Polynesia, when you're in that sumo style, it's like you're supposed to eat as much as you possibly can, gain as much weight as you possibly can in order to use it to your advantage. And Yokozuna didn't necessarily have all of that going for him against Vader, that is.
Yokozuna will certainly be one of the key, I think, favorites in the King of the Ring tournament. It's going to be hard for someone to control this 640 or 660 pounds, wherever it may be. And I'll tell you something, Vader could maybe count his blessings, as well. Oh, man.
And who knows, Vader and Yokozuna could meet again, as a matter of fact, during the King of the Ring tournament. But I don't think Yokozuna is going to be meeting Tony Johnson anytime soon.
Yokozuna and Vader are on opposite sides of the bracket.
And look out! Oh, forget about it.
He blocks out the sun with that leg drop.
A total eclipse. Yokozuna.
We talk about the controversy this week. Stunning, this shocking situations. We take another look at this. This is pretty shocking as well.
I'll say, shocking if you're Tony Johnson. And look out. Uh-oh. Here we go. You're going to have to scrape Tony Johnson out with a shovel after this. If Yokozuna hits with his bonsai drop, if he had only done that to Vader, it'd be no Vader as we know him. That's for sure. And look out. Bonsai! Forget about it.
He's under there somewhere.
Talking wide load, folks. Should put a couple of yellow flags on each hip there. Yokozuna victorious in convincing fashion over Tony Johnson. And you were talking about shocking developments earlier on there, JR.
Well, the situation with Stone Cold Steve Austin, Savio Vega, and the $1 Million Man. And again, this is breathtaking right here.
Yeah, I'll say. Oof. Devastating, ladies and gentlemen. Yokozuna on the victory. You talk about Stone Cold Steve Austin. Well,